Welcome back. This is Marc Rudov, branding advisor to CEOs and author of 3 books on branding for CEOs. You can get those books at marcrudov.com/books. I want to highlight intra-branding, my latest, because what it's all about is if a CEO cannot sell the brand internally, it will fail externally. I often go into a retail store and grab a salesperson and ask, what is the brand of your company? You know what I hear? Crickets. These people have no idea. You want to know why? Because the CEO has never sold the brand internally. And then he wonders why it fails externally. That's the reason. If you can't get all the people on board to go along with it, and you can't force them, you have to sell it to them. That's what intra-branding is all about. Branding internally. Now, what is a brand? Is it a name? No. Is it a product? No. Is it a service? No. Is it a company? No. Is it an industry? No. Is it a technology? No. People call all these things brands. None of them is a brand. A brand is an emotional connection between a customer and a vendor, or a voter and a politician, or a resident in a city, or a visitor in a city. It's an emotional connection. Right now, the emotional connection between anybody in San Francisco is crap. That's because San Francisco is crap. San Francisco recently commissioned a video to make you think that San Francisco is the Garden of Eden. It's not. It's a hellhole. It's a shithole. There are drug addicts on the street. There are mounds of human feces on the streets. You can actually download an app now that tells you where all the crap is on the streets. That's how bad it is. Stores have abandoned the city. Hotels are closing. Some of the hotels are just abandoning and not paying the mortgages anymore. You have Walgreens. You have Nordstrom. You have Abercrombie and Fitch. You have Disney. All kinds of top-notch stores are leaving the city because of the crime. So San Francisco's solution is to make a video to lie to you. Branding is not lying. Branding is not bullshitting. I want you to watch this video.
There's a certain inexplicable magic that happens way out here in this cauldron by the bay, along these cliffs at the edge of the continent. An alchemy unlike any other anywhere else on Earth. A perfect collision of conditions, raw habitat and rare humanity. Where grit and guts meet brainpower, optimism and openness. A confluence that agitates into action, a restless itch to create things that are brilliantly new and different. That launched railroads, electric streetcars, and television. That pointed prospectors to gold and put their denims on the map. A spark that lit the torches of great warriors, giants, and niners. That sent bicycles and skateboards careening down mountains. A Mustang GT flying down Filbert Street, a toy named Buzz soaring above suburbia, and the Millennium Falcon streaking through hyperspace. It birthed the Beatniks and the Summer of Love. It built a modern-day pyramid and its neighboring tower. It compelled a few crazies to forge an Uber, an Apple, a Google, and countless other never-been-done-befores. Here is home to Nobel laureates, top neuroscientists, and the newest whiz kid on the block, artificial intelligence. Here in this cauldron by the bay is the very motherland of innovation. If it's uncharted and unheard of, if it provokes and upends, if it dances to the beat of a different bongo, if it knows where the future is headed and gets there first in ludicrous mode, if it's a force that can be felt in all 4 corners of the earth, if it changes everything in an instant, well then the chances are it was dreamt up and built up here in San Francisco. It all starts here. And the best is yet to come.
Even Elon Musk, the CEO of Twitter, he calls it X, I don't, he blasted County Supervisor Dean Preston. He said he should be fired for overseeing the destruction of San Francisco. The destruction of San Francisco, it really is. You know, I lived in the Bay Area from 1998 until 2019, 21 years. When I first got there, it was paradise. When I left there, it was overrun by illegals, drug addicts, and left-wing politicians destroying the whole state. But San Francisco is a disaster, and so is LA, by the way. And what do? They pretend it isn't so. They want you to be nostalgic, to look into the past, as you saw in that video. Everything's wonderful. Everything used to be wonderful. But branding can't be about nostalgia. When you're branding, what is branding? Branding is taking the customer's words and feeding those words back to the customer. And the words have to be true. You have to be able to walk your talk. You can't just make a video like this and lie to people, have them spend money, come to the city, be very angry, and then tell all their friends and post it on social media that this place is a disaster. You can't do that. That's not what branding is. The reason I'm making this video is because I want to make sure that you understand you cannot lie to your customers or your potential customers. You can't do that because people aren't that dumb. You might be able to fool them for a while, but not permanently. So the only way that San Francisco can rebrand is to clean it up. Clean it up and make it sparkling the way it used to be. Then go out to tell the people, you can come back now. You can come back now because we've done our job. But when you defund the police, you're giving a middle finger to the residents. When the residents decide to defund the police, they're giving the middle finger to themselves. It's all a game. It's all a charade. If you're interested in real branding, come to me, Marc Rudov, at marcrudov.com. I'll show you how it really works. Until next time.